Everybody feeling alive. Just the spirit feeling alive. Get your healing and come alive. God not dead, my youth, him alive. Visions and dreaming come alive.
I gotta say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever in the world you are, you're tuned to Love 101 FM, the family station. Hey, you're inside Alive 1 to 5 on this Testimony Tuesday. It's the 5th of April 2022. I am Sara-Ann, the chirpy one, keeping your company today. Inside Alive 1 to 5. Hey, we're ready, we are ready. Hey, we're live on Facebook and we're also live on YouTube. As you come on over the live, please remember to share and also comment. If you don't comment, I won't know that you're here, okay? So live on Facebook and YouTube at Love 101 FM Jamaica. Sign on, rock on, roll on, jump on, whatever you gotta do, just ensure that you are on. My friends, good afternoon on the WhatsApp live at 876-997-3125. Jump on over to the Facebook and YouTube too, okay? My WhatsApp live peeps. Thank you. Hey, good afternoon to my friends listening to us on the FM band at 11.1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Good afternoon. You're listening online at www.love101.org. Hello. Or you're listening to us via the app that you have downloaded from the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. Welcome. Taxi drivers, bus drivers, conductors, and conductresses, essential service workers, good afternoon to you. Silent listeners, ardent listeners, everybody. Everybody. Hey, today you'll be inspired, informed, entertained, and engaged. In a moment, I will bring you highlights from the news. 145 mental exercise listeners pick. So the listeners, you should be creating your riddles, right? From yesterday. Yeah. So you can just send me those riddles right now through a WhatsApp line, 876-997-3125. Remember, they must be biblical, and then we will choose the best one and administer it to the Alive Academy. Yes, man, the classroom. 2 o'clock will be Pearl Blast. 2:15, the evidence we hear from Dawn to the Pulpit, the testimony story of Reverend Howard Nelson. 3 o'clock, we go behind the pulpit with the man dubbed as the Preaching Police, Bishop Cyril Francis, founder and overseer of the Potter's Tabernacle of Joy Church. 3:45 celebration. So at that time, you send me your birthdays and anniversary greetings. 4 o'clock, Small People Show with Auntie Colleen. And 4:55, we wrap it all up inside Alive on this Testimony Tuesday. Hey, we're ready long time ago. So after the highlights from the news, I'll be doing the register. I'll be marking the register. You know it go, right? Yeah, man, you know it go. Now it's time for highlights from the news at this time. Now, Rhoda Crawford to represent Jamaica at workshop in Argentina. Member of Parliament for Manchester Central, Rhoda Crawford, departed the island today to represent Jamaica at the International Workshop of Scholars and Parliamentarians in Argentina. The youngest serving MP is scheduled to participate in a panel discussion titled Parliament's Gender and Women's Empowerment on Friday as part of the two-day event. Crawford said she is honored to represent Jamaica at the event, which will host more than 100 presenters from countries including Argentina, Afghanistan, Brazil, Canada, Chile, Colombia, Finland, France, Germany, Georgia, Greece, Hungary, Italy, Ecuador, Mexico, Panama, Portugal, Spain, the United States, United Kingdom, Uruguay, and Venezuela. In other news, give St. Mary its due. PNP caretaker says parish attractions being mislabeled as ultra-tourist destinations. Now, People's National Party caretaker for the Gale Division in St. Mary, Giovanni Byfield, is calling on policymakers to take better care in the packaging and labeling of tourism products from the parish to help boost the St. Mary tourism product and overall appeal. In a statement earlier today, Byfield pointed to a growing trend where attractions, though physically located in St. Mary, are tagged as being of Oteria St. Anne addresses. The councillor said St. Mary has far too long been deprived of boasting the glory and recognition for hosting some of the island's best treasures, including resorts such as beaches, Sanssouci, Couples, James Bond Bridge, among others, which are all branded and sold as being in Ocherius, despite being in St. Mary. Now, according to Byfield, enlightened governance would see the deliberate promotion of underserved parishes such as St. Mary. So, again, give St. Mary its due, says PNP caretaker. So if it's in St. Mary, it's in St. Mary. Don't brand it as another parish. I understand what you're trying to do, but give St. Mary what it's due. You have beautiful attractions in St. Mary. It's really beautiful. And I find the same thing that's happening in for Negril. You have things in another parish and they're saying it's in Negril when it's really not in Negril. Now, IMF seeking billions in grants to help countries manage long-term COVID-19 risks. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, said earlier today that US 15 billion in grants will be granted this year to help countries, including those in the Caribbean, manage the long-term risks of coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. US $15 billion in grants this year and US 10 billion annually after that. The cost of inaction for all of us is very high. We need to act now, she added. Her comments were made as the IMF, in partnership with the Coalition of Epidemic Preparedness Innovations, the Global Fund, and Wellcome Trust, published today a global strategy to manage the long-term risks of COVID-19 working paper, which calls for a more comprehensive and integrated pandemic response from the international community. In the joint paper, the four global organizations assert that ending the pandemic everywhere remains an urgent economic, health, and moral priority for the world. Now, former Colombian soldier pleads not guilty to charges linked to murder of Haitian president. Now, the former Colombian soldier extradited to the United States in January on charges linked to the assassination of Haitian President Jovenel Moise in July last year has pleaded not guilty when he appeared in court yesterday. Mario Antonio Palacios, 43, is accused in the United States of conspiracy to commit murder or kidnapping outside the United States and providing material support resulting in death. He pleaded not guilty to two counts related to the assassination of the president, Moise, who was killed at his private residence overlooking the capital, Port-au-Prince, on July 7, 2021, when armed men stormed the building. And finally, in the news, Grange welcomes return of boys and girls athletics champs. Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment, and Sport, Olivia Grange, has welcomed the return of Issa Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Championships with spectators, which she said provides a significant economic benefit for the country. Describing the series of events as the premier secondary school athletic championship in the world, Grange said that there is a consistent increase in visitor arrival to Jamaica during the period leading up to the mega event. She further credited this increase to the long and distinguished legacy of Chabs. Oh, you carrying for Chabs? You know I'm carrying Calabar though. I don't know what Auntie Khalid is doing with purple, but I am carrying Calabar. Yeah, man. Black and green to the world. Green and black to the world. Rabalak me say. Win, draw, or lose. Well, them can't draw those. Anyway, I'm a Calabar fan. It's time for the register. Those are the highlights from the news for today, April 5, 2022. I see you guys going to come at me, I know you guys are going to come at me and tell me about, I'm bringing Casey. I'm bringing JC. Hello, I am bringing Calabar. You can't stay there. Oh, they can't stay there. Big up all the Calabarites, okay? Rabalak to the world. Yeah, we're ready, not? We're ready. And it's so coincidental that my favorite color is green and I rep Calabar. Green and black. From high school days. Yeah, I went to Marantway High, but still green school, but yeah. Let's leave that. I wonder who Nadine is representing. I don't know. It's time for me to mark the register. So my peeps on Facebook and YouTube, you guys are first, right? Yeah. Auntie Colleen. No purple around here, Auntie Colleen. And good afternoon to you, Diane Walters, Marshall, Freddie Bless, Barbara Griffiths, good afternoon. Iona Ashburn, that's Brian, Ricardo Portius. Hello, Auntie Colleen. Purple is funeral color. Purple? Is purple or lilac? I don't remember. I think it's lilac. Marva Lindo, good afternoon. Joe Tomlinson, Mary James, Pearline Mills, Rima Daly, Elroy Wedderburn, Rima Delroy Melvin, Elaine Levy, good afternoon. Huntley Marshall, Beverly Hilton, good afternoon. Rupert Wilson, Angela Hackett, Patricia Anderson, Louise Henry, Owen Dredd from Connecticut, good afternoon. It's been a while. Michelle Roberts, Lisa Penny McClarty, good afternoon. Angela Walsh, Regina Knows, Kathleen Bacon, Karen Fairclough, Registered Nurse Den, good afternoon to you. Marva Miller, Marvin Murphy, good afternoon. Joan Tomlinson. Okay, she said purple is for royalty. Lilac is probably for the funeral. Back in the days, that I used to do, right? Marvia Hall, Denise Escari, Esther Anglin, Barbara Gray, Sonia Hamilton, Sonia Brown, Marsha Lawrence, Jennifer Nooks. You're related to George Nooks, Jennifer. Idona Howell, Winsome Campbell, Berchiana Salmon, good afternoon. Charmaine, Paulette Stevenson, Livingston Campbell, Nadine Ivy, Laverne Anderson, Ione Brown, Stephanie Cole, Jacqueline Williams, Raymar Fink, good afternoon. Claudette Bell. See, Charmaine said Calabar too. Hooray. Antonio Facey, good afternoon. Minister Howdy. We have a nice song, Minister Howdy. I need to go find it. Colleen Oliphant, Minister Howdy again. Maureen Alexander. Charlene Campbell. Catherwood. Good afternoon. Maureen Alexander. Yeah, got you. Rabalak all the way, she says. Down the Sara-Ann Ellis, good afternoon. Casey, fans are outnumbered today. Yeah, they are. Peeps on the WhatsApp live. Who was first? Let's see. Say, this could not be from me. This is from 12 o'clock. Let's see. Sister Marie from Linstead, you were first. Good afternoon, Angela Hackett. Sister Bradshaw. Sister Moore present. Stacy, good afternoon. Jeannie from East Kingston. Idona from Morris Hall. Sister Benji texting on. Jennifer Williams from Preston Land in St. Mary. Sister Edna Marvin from Massachusetts. Rima, I can't get everybody, but Sister Lorna from Guava Ridge, good afternoon to you. Thank you guys so much for jumping on the live. Let's start with the music. We're going to praise the Lord up in here.